Okay, so I think I came here to talk. Um, I never post on this channel anymore, so uh, I decided that perhaps it was good to talk about it now. Um, how addictions are like killing me and ruining my life in the moment on a daily basis, like every single day of my life. So, I've been addicted to multiple stuff over the years, like cigarettes, monsters, any kind of energy drinks, and also hurting myself. When I was 12, I was getting bullied because people didn't really like me much. I was some kind of weird kids, and people thought, yeah, she's weird, so let's bully her. Um, I've been depressed since I'm 12 when my when I started getting bullied. Um, and it affects my daily life still again till today, and it affects me again um, and make me scared of a lot of stuff. Um, I'm sorry if I can speak well, I'm not really good at talking. Since I'm a child, my life hasn't been great at all. My teachers were always yelling at me and caused me some mental disorders like tics that makes me remove my hair off my body, uh, which is a mental disorder that I cannot name anymore because I forgot. It's too long. And usually it affects my lashes and my eyebrows, not my hair like other people. And sometimes I minimize it and think that it is people have it worse than me. Um, and I still believe so that people have worse than me and that I shouldn't complain about it. When I was 12 and or 11, I started hurting myself, and I thought it was the only way that could help me survive what I was going through. And I really became addicted to causing pain to myself because I thought that it was okay and it was normal because also my sister was doing it. My sister had been going through a lot as well back then, which was also causing my mental health to go down, which isn't the best way to cope, but unfortunately it stick up to me and it still is still today. Um, I have a lot of repercussion on my body, example like scars or even um, even a lot of marks on my body that kind of affect my daily basis against today. All of this was happening back in 2022 um, till 20 till today. Again, I'm not bullied anymore because I got bullied and I stopped going to school due to that, and my parents thought that, I mean, I kind of begged them to not go to school anymore, and my parents didn't really wanted to deal with their child hurting themselves or cutting themselves because they thought it was too much, and they thought that they couldn't handle seeing me like this anymore. Of course, they already yelled at me about it or told me that even without my lashes or my eyebrows, I looked ugly and that I used to be prettier when I had them. Of course, they said that to encourage me to stop, even though it's a stress It's a tick that comes from stress, and I do it when I'm stressed. I can't really stop it, and I have therapy, but I have a hard time talking to my therapist about how I feel and how life has made me go over the past few years since I saw her. I have been under medication about all of this, and I'm getting new medication against my self-harm addiction. Unfortunately, it's something that I think I'll never get out, and that I will never get out of no matter what I do. I am severely depressed, and of course, I have some disabilities as well with it, which made me not a very social person, and I think that no matter what I do, I'll never be a very social person. I've been chronically online since I'm 9, and without my parents putting me like care or security to my device, I've been exposed to 18 plus content since I am very young. On YouTube I could find X video of characters that I liked about them, and I didn't understand what was it because I was still 8. And of course, a lot of thing was going on when I was 8 years old. Example, I had this crush on this girl, and I was a girl, and I lay down in my bed one day saying that no, I can't like girls, it's not normal, because I thought I needed to like boys. When I finally came out as a lesbian, I guess it changed a lot of stuff, because I didn't know that being a lesbian or being LGBTQ in general would affect you, and you would even go to bullying for that, because I got bullied for it. I got bullied for being different, for being LGBT, and for a lot of stuff that I still don't even know the reason why. Of course, I shouldn't feel ashamed for being who I am, but being who I am caused me a lot of troubles in life that I'm still going through. I am a 16-year-old girl in France, and if some people know, France is not a very acceptable country. Of course, I always feel like there's worse, and that people live through worse, which always put me down. And of course, it's true. People always go for worse than me, and I'll never be more important than, example, some family is starving in war. And I get that, and I will always think that way, no matter how much I try to change. I have a lot of flaws that I'm trying to get help from, but I can't. As much as I tried over the years, it never helped. And so I leaned into addictions. I talked about my self-harm addiction that still is a big issue that I have till this day, and that somehow caused me a masochism disorder through the years I've been doing it. And of course, I know it's not good, but I feel like it was better to admit it and talk about it to my doctor that told me, yes, you do, than just ignore the problem and ignore it fully, and that never seek help. Toe's self-harm addiction again continued till today, and I have been severely depressed, and it have been affecting my mood for a lot of stuff. I lost a few friends recently, my only friends I had, because I've been chronically online, and now I've only online friends. I never been able at socializing. It always have been something hard for me, and that it's still a struggle till today. But by doing getting online and stuff like that, it has been helping me to have some friends and to be able to at least be socialized and know how to talk to humans, even though it was behind a screen or behind a game or something like that. I I thought I would get better by being who I was, and I thought that my addictions wasn't that bad because a lot of my friends also have addiction like alcoholism and other stuff like that. One time I even drank with my friends because I thought it was okay and I wasn't doing well in my life. Of course, I drank only a few times. I'm not an alcoholic, and I knew it was always bad because I also know that my sister is an alcoholic, and I never became one, and I'm proud of that because alcoholism is like one of my biggest fear. My sister is an alcoholic, and I see how much it damaged her, and I don't want to be in the same boat because I don't want to be a disappointment, and because it's a real issue that I don't want to fall in. Also, I found the taste of alcohol very bitter, and it kind of hurt my throat. And of course, I'm underage and I shouldn't drink. And I realized that. And one time, one of my old friends on a game yelled at me that I wasn't getting better, and that if I continue this way, all of my friends will leave me, and I would end up alone. I never wanted to end up alone, and it's something that terrifies me because I've been alone for a while in my childhood. Being alone does a lot of things to you. You feel like you're worthless, and it makes you angry, and you feel like no one would ever love you for who you are, and you fall into stuff that will make you feel better, and make you feel like you're worth something. I never really tried to seek help, even though sometime I was seeking help from my mom about my bullying, but it took me a while until the teacher told my mom that I was getting bullied back then. I was already self-harming. I mean, I was already doing self-harm, and of of course, it my mom thought because it was stress or something, and she tried to seek help for me. Which we find out why I was doing it very late, December 2021. And of course, it's something I will never be proud of because now when I look at my body, I feel disgust. I feel like that I don't belong, and sometimes people tell me that I will never belong anywhere with all the scars I have on my body. And I feel like it's true. I have a lot of scars, and it ruins me to have them. A lot of people always ask me how I got them, which I'm not very comfortable by telling, but since I'm not very covering them up, I feel like it's normal that people ask questions. And of course, it's always have been difficult because I don't want to hide what I've done to myself, even though how much I hate it. I hate how I look like with a burning passions. I would not say that I'm ugly because I know that I am not. As much as I hate myself deeply, I feel like that I'm not ugly because no one is ugly. Everyone is beautiful, and I see beauty in everything and everyone. Of course, it is hard for people to see that, and I'm glad that I'm one of the few that can see that. Um, and of course, I would never want anyone to feel that way because it is hard to live this way, because at some point I thought I was ugly. At some point I thought that no matter what I was doing, it was worthless, and I still think that whatever I'm doing, it's worthless. But it is how it is, and I guess the way I grew up was never the same way as other did, and it hurts me because I feel like my parents tried a lot and I'm still a disappointment. And I feel like I will always be a disappointment. And that's just how it is. And I try to change my mind a lot about it, but it will always be this way. And it was always how it will be, I think. And so I don't know. I guess it's just now that I am alone and that I lose people over my bad action that I thought it was okay, and my mental health declining, and I know that I won't be able to talk it out, and maybe talking to you guys on the internet will help you will help you relate, or will perhaps help me talking in a way I never did before. But yeah, so I think this is all about my self-harm addiction. But earlier I said I was shown to adult content at a very young age, and of course it affects me. Affected me till today. I have an addiction toward adult contents, which is bad. I know, but it's still here, and I'm addicted to adult content because I feel like it's the only way I can feel loved, and that it's the only way someone can love another. I have relationship in the past. I had a lot. I always had a lot of relationship in the past. Because people were always in love with me, but I was always afraid to say no. So I had relationships that lasted only either a few days or either a few weeks, even though I didn't like it. January 2025, I got a girlfriend for 7 months. She was no, 8 months. She was, I think I would consider the love of my life, but unfortunately, all of this stuff, for example, my mental health, hurted me to a point that she couldn't handle me anymore, and that she had to end the relationship. And she would say that I was obsessed with her, and I guess I was. And I can't say that I'm not in love with her, because I am. And it's since the 27th August 2025 she broke up with me. When she broke up with me, I started getting more into self-harm again, because at some point in my life something happened and I had to self-harm again. I had the urge to do it, and I'm not very proud of it, because when I relapsed, it was not during our breakup, but something that happened in 2024. When I relapsed, it was awful for me, because I thought I was getting better. I really thought, and you just realize that you will never get better, and you will realize that you're doomed. You're doomed to be the person you are forever, and if you really want to make a change, you really gotta go into it. And I want to change. I tried to change, and I changed a lot in the past, but one time, when my friend yelled at me, she told me that I changed for the worse, and it made me feel awful. And I know I've changed for the worse. I started smoking, and I started leaning into more addictions like that. Of course, I am not proud of it. I will never be proud of it. And it's something that will deep down hurt you, and it will always hurt. No matter what you do, it will hurt. Of course, when I talk about that is, I'm sorry first of all if my background changed. It's just that I had to record again. The 30-minute that I recorded, the sound didn't go through, so right now I'm redoing it. So that's why I have more stuff. But what I mean is, like, it hurts, and it will always hurt no matter what you do or no matter what you say. And I guess the more you hurt, the more you're gonna go into those addiction to make you feel better. And that's what's going on with me. I hurt, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go smoke. I hurt, yeah, I'm gonna go, I don't know, drink an energy drink to feel better. Or, yeah, I'm hurt, I'm gonna go watch some adult content because it will make me feel loved. But in the end, you don't feel loved. And you will never feel loved the way you want to feel loved, because it's useless. It will always be hurtful, no matter what you do. And I've been through that, and I'm still going through it. I'm hurt, and I want it to stop. But does it stop? No. Because life decided to say it won't stop hurting. And that's just how it is. I lost the most important people in my life, like I said a few days ago, because I'm not doing better, or because my addiction are going worse. And I feel bad, because those people was the only friend I had in my life. Of course I still have other friends who's trying to help me, like the person who told me, who talked to them, who asked them about it, because we have this server and I got banned, and my friend made an announcement about it. And so one of my friend who's close with another one, like, asked what was it about, and my friend said, oh yeah, we just need time, she's kinda too emotional, she's kinda too violent with us, we don't like that. And yes, I am violent. I yell because I was never taught how to express my emotion beside removing my eyebrows with my tics, or sexualizing myself, or hurting myself. It's the only way I knew how to be loved and how to show emotions. I didn't know it would be hard. I didn't know it will make me who I am now. And I didn't know that I lost the only person I didn't want it to lose. Of course, I'm sad for losing all my friends, but I guess I'm the most sad because of the person I lost. I mean, the person named K. I'm sad I lost them because I loved them. But love is a dangerous feeling, in my opinion. Because when you love, it's always gonna hurt you in the end, or somehow. Sometimes it doesn't. But for most experience I had, always hurted them a lot. And I hate that feeling. Because I love her. I love her, and I'm not the one she needs anymore. I'm not the one she wants. And I will never be the one she wants anymore. And I have to accept it. Because by accepting it, I accept to let go. No matter how much it hurt, and no matter how much I don't want to let go. I don't want to let her go. I love her. But by going deep into my addiction, I never got the time to get better, and I never got the time to be able to properly heal from stuff. Example, I had this one ex, she was abusive, and she made me self-harm, and she made me sexualize myself, and when I was doing something wrong, she would get mad, and she would stop talking to me, make me beg, she would make me very dependent on her, and I wasn't never able to properly heal from that, and from another experience that I don't feel comfortable talking about. And so instead I got into addictions, I got to self-harm, and I couldn't be there properly for the one I loved, and I hurt her. And I know she's the only one that trusts that I can change. She's the only one who knows that I want to change, and she's the only one who believes that I can change. She does. And yet she left with this group of friends because I made a mistake. I yelled at one of our friends, and then I talk about the subject that they wanted to talk about, because I was always more open than her about it, and it made her uncomfortable. She knows, and the day before this happened, she was asking me how I was. She was asking me how much did I smoke, how much did I eat. In the end, did it really matter? Did it really matter that I smoked 6 times a day because I was upset? I don't think so. I don't think so. Addictions are awful. And they will always be awful. Because I will always lean into it. I will always be the bad person for that. And I feel like I'll never be able to change, and changing is not an option for me. Because no matter what I do, no matter how much I try to change, I always go back to the same thing to feel loved, because I know I will never get the love I used to have from this girl. And of course, I'm not saying I started getting addicted to the stuff when I met her. Of course not. I was addicted to self-harm, stuff like that, way before. It was always a big issue for me. I was always addicted to that, like for a while. It was never her fault if I started all of that. And I guess it ruined the only thing I was ever happy about, because I wasn't able to face my past, and I wasn't able to move on. Yet I'm still not able to move on, and moving on is something really hard for me. I'll never move on. That's what my friend says. I'll never move on from anything. Because if I tried, it won't succeed. Of course I try to move on. I try to be a better person. But in the end, I don't see the point anymore. I don't see the point in anything. And I keep being told that I'm very pessimistic because of the way I act, or the way I see that it will always end up the same, like it ended with my ex, or with the old stuff that happened. And you're right. I always think that. Why would I believe in something better when this happened multiple times and I know it will happen again? In the end, what? I'll end up doing the same thing over and over again? Hurting myself, smoking, watching adult content to feel better. It's always like this to end up. And it's ruining me. And it was ruining me a long time ago. I don't know why am I like this. And I'll never know why. Why am I the person I am? Why was I born in this body? Why was I me? Why am I me? Why does it gotta be me who have to be like this? Why can't it be someone else? Now I'm alone. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do. One of my friends went to talk to my friend to see what was going on, and he told me they just need time. And I understand that they need time away from me. They saw that my mental health was getting worse, and I wasn't doing anything to get out of my addiction, even though I'm really trying, but they don't seem to notice. They never notice when I'm trying to change. They never try to notice. I mean, they did try to notice. I did not mean to say that, but they never tried to see that I was trying. They always thought that I was the same, that I don't change, I don't care about it, and that I don't want to change. But I do want to change. I do want to be better, but then they will never see that. Because, I don't know, I guess I'm too pathetic for them to even think that I will change. Like, I don't know. I think over the years I've been addicted to a lot of stuff. It made me realize that it makes me hate myself even more every time I do it. But at the same time it feels good. It hurts me, but it made me feel good. It helped me enjoying a bit of stuff. Of course I enjoy some stuff. I started learning guitar not so long ago, which I kinda been procrastinating recently, because I never have motivation for anything. My day always revolves around I wake up, I watch adult content, I get up, I go take my antidepressant, I make a cigarette, I go smoke, and then I go back in bed and sleep again. That's always how my day has been for the recent moments, when I don't find a job or something to work, because I don't go to school, so I gotta find something to do to continue my education. And I've been trying to work in in welding, which I already did a little thing about it a few months ago. It was very fun. I really enjoyed myself, and I knew what I want to do in the future. And I'm glad I know. I'm glad that I know what I want to do, because back then, when I was getting bullied, I did not know. And in France, they usually ask you when you're young, like, what do you want to do in the future? And I didn't know. How would I know something like that? How would I know that? I don't know, I want to do something in my future. What makes you think that I want to do something in my future? I don't know. The Pope? I guess. I don't know. It just... I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm happy that I'm not addicted to a lot of stuff. I'm happy that like there's worse and that I'm not into it. It's something I'm proud of. But I'd say that's the only thing I'm proud of about myself. Like, I stay all day in my room doing nothing, playing video games on my PC. And barely eat. And I'm traumatized about a lot of stuff that it makes me want to stop being around people. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Just... every time I would talk it out to people, people would tell me then, stop! You know, it's easy. And I don't understand how they find it easy to stop that. 'Cause it's not. I tried to stop. I tried multiple times and it's not easy. People don't understand that there's stories behind the stuff and that people just can't change like that. People just cannot change that easily or stop something that easily because some people just don't try to understand why they are addicted to stuff or why some stuff happen. And people like that annoy me. Oh no. It annoys me. Because no matter how many people try to understand me, I feel like I'm not understood. And those people make it worse. Like, I can't change that easily. I can't stop doing to stuff that easily. And I will never understand. Those people never understand because they were never hurt. They probably did, but they were never hurt as some people has been hurt. I don't know if I'm hurt more than them, and I don't think I am. I minimize my problems way too much, and I realize that, but I can't stop it. I know that I shouldn't do it, but how am I supposed not to? Because others people's problem are probably worse. How am I supposed to feel like my problems are important when other people always will have worse? And it's just like this. There will always be worse and there will always be less. It's just how it is. But now that I realize I'm alone, maybe my problem weren't that important, that they just give up on me. And I always felt alone. And I feel like I will always feel alone. And having this feeling while you're an addict of, example, self-harm or stuff like that, or smoking, is just awful. I am alone. I'm alone, stuck with a cigarette in my mouth, or a blade to my vein. What am I supposed to do about it? am I supposed to cry? And when I try to get better, I actually don't get better, because no matter what I do, I'll always be the failure that I am. Should I just stop trying? Should I stop trying, or should I just give up? Should I end it all? Those questions arrive a lot in my head, but then I stop it again by smoking or stuff like that. And I don't know, it just sucks. I feel like my whole life sucks, because I can't change. And I want to change, but I can't. How? I try to look on YouTube how to stop self-destruction, how to stop addiction, and nothing worked. I feel like I'm just doomed. Am I doomed to be the person I am forever? Am I not supposed to grow up? I don't know. It's a question I'll never know. And it's a question I'll never get an answer for. It's a question that would always be there, but will never be answered. Because I don't even know if it deserved an answer. I don't know if I will ever get an answer to any of my questions. Because I'm just doomed. Because I see nothing worth in this world anymore. And the only thing keeping me alive is what is destroying me the most. And this girl that I love, but she will never love me back. So what's the point if she will never love me back? I love her, and we have some kind of situationship right now, and I hate it. Why can't she look at me the way she used to? Why can't she just, I don't know, see me? Or look at me the way she used to look at me? Why can't she do that anymore? And I dream about it. One time I dreamed I was dying in her arms. Immediately when I woke up, I went to go smoke to feel better. And I hate to admit that I'm addicted to some stuff like adult content, because I feel like it's not even a real addiction, or people will make fun of me, because a lot of people make fun of me for stuff. Example, for my dressing style, I had to change everything to be at least normal. And I feel normal now that I changed. But am I really normal? Am I like other people? It's a question that I'll never get an answer from, because everyone is unique. No one is the same. And I don't know. I'm trying to think about what to say about all of this, because it's just what I'm ranting about is stuff that I come out of my mind. I don't really do anything. And I guess I'm just a loser. And I will always be a loser. I feel angry and bitter and mad at myself. And I think I arrived to all of that. I'm here in my life today because one day I thought taking a blade and put it and slide it down on my skin was the best idea to relieve myself from this pain. I thought it would be better. Now, it's been 5 years I'm in depression. It's been a while, almost 5 years I think, almost 5 years. And I feel like I'll never get out of it. I feel like I'll never get out of it. And it's just that frustrating. I want to get out of it. I want to feel better. I want to be a better person, but I was never shown how to. I was never taught how to be a better person. I don't know how to do without being taught something. I work by copying what I see. That's actually how my autism works. Because I am an autistic person, and the doctor said it to my mom multiple times. I work by copying others and their action. So how you suppose me to learn how to get better when I don't know where to start? I was never taught that. I was never taught how to let out my emotions clearly. I was never taught how to love. I was never taught how to be good. And as much as I don't really believe in the bad or good person debate, I think that you're good if you do good actions. But if you do bad stuff, you're not especially bad. Because there's always a reason why you want to do this. If you do something bad because you want it to, then yeah, you're a bad person. But if you do it because you're hurt, then I think people should look more why you're hurt and trying to help you not doing it again, instead of just saying, oh yeah, they're bad because they done that, even though they don't know why you done that. And that's basically what my friend tried to do, but I guess they got tired, because now they left me. And the person I love the most in this world left me, even though she will never love me this way anymore. I still love her like that. I was supposed to be the love of her life, not the lost, and she was not supposed to be the lost of my life. It hurts, because now we're in some kind of situationship where it's just one-sided, and God know how much situationship can be, especially for women, for lesbians. And I'm the person I am today because, again, one day I decided to hurt myself. I decided to try to find a way to release my pain by hurting myself. And then I became addict. And I got disorders because of it. I got a masochist disorders because of it. And as much as it's weird to say, I feel like the more you're gonna hurt yourself, the more you're gonna enjoy the pain. At least for certain case. I'm not saying for anyone, but for my case it actually happened like that. The more I inflicted pain to myself, the more the more I like it, the more I enjoyed it. And the more it made me feel good. I don't know how to say this, but I hate it. Sometimes I wonder, why am I even like this? Why am I the person I am today? What if I didn't do that day? What if I didn't hurt myself? What if I never took a cigarette and smoke? What if I never was exposed to adult content when I was a kid? Why all of this had happened to me, and why is it happening to me? What did I do to this world to deserve this? I'll never know. Just what life decided for me. It's what life wanted me for. It's what life wanted to do to me. And I'll never get my answers to why. Because no one know. No one will know. And I guess I'll never know either. It's just that, 'cause all of this, I hate myself. I hate my scars. I hate the way I act. I hate the fact that I copied others' personality to make my own. And I hate that I got bullied. I hate that bad stuff happened to me when I didn't ask for it. When I tried to be myself. Because in the end, what's the point of being yourself if you're gonna get bullied into it? What's the point of that? What's the point of trying? If you'll always lose. You have to try again? That's what my friends told me. But why would I try it again if it's fail over and over again? Why would I decide to inflict that to myself? Because no matter what I do, it's always like that. It's always I try and I never succeed. How am I supposed to succeed if it never works? How am I supposed to just try something knowingly it doesn't work? Knowing it will never work. Like, can't I just give up on this? And when I talk about all of that, I think that's the reason why addiction ruined my life. Because of the choices I made. Because I decided to start getting addicted to feel at least a bit happy in my life. That's what ruined it. That's why I am here talking. That's why I'm sad. That's why I feel like this. That's why I lose the people I love the most. Because one day I decided to pick up that sharp. I decided to pick up that blade. And now I am here. It's because when I was young I was exposed to stuff I wasn't supposed to be. Because I was getting bullied. Because of all of that. I hope all of this end one day. I hope I hope that one day I'll feel happy without needing all of this. And I hope I can get the person I love the most again. Because I can't live without her. I'm nothing without her. What am I supposed to do without her? What am I? Who am I without her? I always need people to tell me what to do. Because I can't do that for myself. I was never able to. I was never able to do stuff for myself. And I rely on people too much. At least from what my friend says. They're like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. Then what am I supposed to do? Tell me what to do. Tell me how to act. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? Tell me who I need to be. Show me how to change. Show me how to be a better person. Because if you don't show me, how am I supposed to know how? How am I supposed to... I don't know, am I supposed to watch a tutorial on YouTube on how to be better? And I said I have therapy, but I don't really talk to her about my problems because I'm scared. I always talk to her about school and my future project because I feel like it's more important. I feel like it will always be more important than how I actually feel about myself. I succeed on talk to her about it a bit, but that's basically it. That's basically... Whew, sorry. That's basically how... I don't know. It's just... I don't know anymore. I'm proud I succeed on talking to her about it, and I even told Kay about it, but... And Kay was proud of me. But now am I supposed to talk about anything about it? What am I supposed to do? I'm alone. I can't look at my scars anymore without feeling disgusted. I can't feel happy without watching adult content or smoking. And actually smoking, it's more to calm me down from my anger issue. Because I have some problem with my anger. It's like I'm some kind of bomb. And it's basically... I'll feel sad. I mean, no. Not like that. I am upset. I mean, no, wait. Okay. I bubble up what my struggles, and I bubble up how I bubble up by saying I moved on from stuff and stuff like that. And something happened, and I explode, and I get angry. And that's bad. Because I yelled at one of my friends. Like, and I haven't yelled at someone like I did toward her a while ago. Last time I did that, one of my friends decided to stop his own life. And I never wanted to yell like that at someone again. Because I didn't know how to help him. And I thought it would encourage him to get better if I yelled. But in the end, I was wrong. But we learned how to heal. And in his letter he left us, he was like, it's none of yours fault. It was never anyone's fault. It was my own fault. Because I couldn't take it anymore. He said something like that, and it didn't make me feel better. He didn't want us to feel bad because it wasn't our fault. And I regret that I yelled at him. I regret this with all my heart. If I could see him again, I would apologize to him over and over again. But now it's too late. And I was upset that I yelled at my friend like this, when I told myself I would never yell at anyone again like this. In the end, that night, I had to smoke 6 cigarettes to feel better. And it made me feel better. But my friend was just worried, especially Kay. And I hate hurting Kay. I don't want to hurt her. I hate that. Every time I hurt her, it hurts me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fool. Because I feel like she's the tear that hangs inside my soul forever. And I yearn for her. Like no one would ever yearn for someone else. And I feel like it's sad. I mean, that's just how it is. But yeah, sorry for just talking out like this. And I guess I'm sorry if I'm not good at explaining. I was never good at that. I feel like I wasn't really good at anything. Actually, I'm good at drawing. I guess. I mean, the last drawings I posted on this account was a long time ago. It was from 2022. But end of 2022. Yeah. Or 2023. Start of 2023 probably. But yeah. I hope all of you guys will ever be okay in your life. And I hope no one feel the way I feel. And I hope everyone gets to be happy. And I feel like I'll stop talking for now because it's getting kinda long. Again, I'm sorry if you guys saw that it changed point of view and I got more events in the game. I had to redo all of this. And I'm sorry if I talked kinda just out like that. I guess I'm a bit tired, but if you guys need anything to understand because you guys didn't understood what I said, you can always ask. But I guess that's basically how addiction ruined my life in some ways. And if you think that I'm not trying to change, I am really trying to change. And I hope one day I succeed on changing. And of course I hope no one feel the way I feel. Because you guys deserve to be loved and you guys deserved to be happy. Anyways, that's all. And I'll probably post a few videos like this again because it really made me feel good to just blend it out like this. Even though because I feel like I can't really talk to anyone since I lost my friends. But I hope everything turned out to be okay, and I really hope I can change. And if you think I'm not trying, then you're wrong, cause I've made some progress actually. I've been smoking less. I've been smoking like 3 or 4 cigarettes a day, so 2 less than usual. And the thing is, like, with my addiction, my liver is affected. I mean, my liver is in a bad state, really bad state, and I saw a doctor and he said everything was fine, even though it is not really fine. But I'm gonna try to get an X-ray of it but I don't know if I'll get better. But I hope I will. 'Cause as much as I don't want to lose Kay, I know she doesn't want to lose me as well. Because I'm like the person who knows her the most as much as he know me the most. But remember guys, you're loved, and I hope you guys accept that I can rant or talk like that a few times. Time to time when I feel like no one can listen to me. Thank you, and have a great day and night, everyone.